So I guess the first thing I wanted to ask you about was, have you at any point in your life been involved with criminal justice?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been to prison once, but I've had probation and what's it called? The drug.
Yeah. DRR.
DRRs. Yeah. But to be honest, when I was on the DRR, I was in my addiction, so I never really turned up. Okay. So yeah, I went to prison for, I got a 16-week sentence and done 2 months, and I was pregnant then.
Okay. And I guess that was going to be my next question actually. You said you were in addiction. Was your offending related to your addiction?
I used to go shoplifting to get the money to score.
Okay.
It was the easiest way to get the money at the time.
Okay.
It wasn't a nice experience. You know, it's scary going to prison, but I'd rather have gone to prison than been out there in my addiction.
Yeah. So you went to prison for 16 weeks.
Yeah.
When you came out, what happened then?
I relapsed.
Okay.
Straight away. Well, after a couple of days. But I knew I wanted to stop, but I just couldn't. As soon as I was out, it was just constantly on my mind. And I knew I was pregnant, and I just felt guilty for that.
And what support was put in place when you left prison?
No.
There wasn't? Okay.
No.
Okay. And did you carry on offending at all when you came back out?
I stopped offending for a while.
Yeah.
But then my ex got out of prison and I got done for shoplifting again.
Yeah.
But I got caught when I was pregnant, which I regret.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One of the other things that has been highlighted in the government strategy around female offending is that women's offending is different sometimes to men, and often there's other issues such as domestic violence, addiction, trauma. Does that relate at all to your experience?
I've had all three.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah. I've had all three. I'm not going to go into detail,
no.
But like I've had a lot of trauma,
yeah.
Abuse, addiction, domestic abuse. But sometimes you think it just goes with, you think it's part of the addiction to have that stuff, but it's not. And that's what you learn when you come here, that it's not right.
Yeah.
You know, and just because we addicts have had a bad life, it doesn't define you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you who you are. You've got the courage to change if you want to, and if you can. You know, not everybody can when they're ready. Do you know what I mean? But it's worth it, and I think when they say it's a lot different because men do it when they're thing, but with girls, like, we feel like we have more of a. If I haven't got nappies, or if I didn't have nappies, I'd have to go shop those nappies. And if I hadn't, you know, we've got more of a role to play in the kids' lives, you know. So yeah.
Has Trevi House been different to prison? How's this?
Oh, Trevi House is completely different.
Okay.
Like, I got my son with me.
Yeah.
I got my kids with me. I've got a life. I've got life to look forward to. Whereas in prison, it's just one day after a time. It's just waiting to get out to go and use, really.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? There's no help, and in here there's support and there's staff and there's people that actually care about you and want you to do well. And people need that opportunity, because if they don't have that opportunity, they just feel like they're in a dump and they can't get out. Whereas if you're given an opportunity, you can start seeing the light and seeing that you can change and make a difference, and that you can be a mom. Everyone can be a mom. Just because you're an addict doesn't make you a bad mom. I mean, you make mistakes. I've made mistakes.
Yep.
But it's if you want it and to change your life.
You said when you left prison you relapsed quite quickly, and you began offending again quite quickly. How do you feel leaving here? Do you have...
No, because I've got support.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go back to that life.
Okay.
That's the difference. I don't want that life. I want to wake up and look at my son, whether he's crying, screaming, pooing, weeing, shouting at me. I want to wake up to that because I love being a mom. It's just, I took things, because I've got 2 girls as well, but I took them for granted because that life seemed more interesting to me at the time. But now I don't want that life. I want to wake up and actually be happy with who I am and not have that crap to deal with.